Hello, Joe. Welcome to another week.
Welcome to another week of joy and love and having time together. I love
I
it.
love that joy and love because that's going to be our discussion topic today because the world seems like it's in chaos.
It sure is. And I don't want everyone to get stuck in fear and create more fear and worry by what's going on. Mm,
Yeah, and I think that's the key, Joe. Don't buy into it. Don't
no.
buy into it. And that's the thing. If you can actually just take a step back from it and just do your
Yeah.
lives, just do your lives, focus on what you need to do. Don't buy into what the
Yeah.
media is trying to propagate. Don't buy into that fear. Keep your love, keep the love high. And if you're
Yes.
feeling, I think, for this situation, okay, because you might know of people that know people or whatever it might be,
Mm,
just send the situation love.
yes. Absolutely. And I often, I might ask 10 times a day, and Archangel Raphael won't mind you asking. But whenever, and sometimes when you're on social media, things will come up and you're like, oh gosh. So instead of worrying and getting into the trenches, like why this is happening and all that sort of stuff, that's not going to help on a collective scale of the situation. But I can pray and ask Archangel Raphael, please send love and energy and healing to the people that are needing in the war zones, and keep them out of harm's way or get them to safety as quick as possible. And that way, then I'm going at a higher vibration as opposed to getting into the fear and worry and feeling sorry for them and all that sort of stuff. So if we all did that, I really think if half the population did it, we would nearly end the war with our healing and prayers for them. Prayer
Agree.
and healing and thought like that, it's makes a bigger difference than people realize. Don't you think?
I agree 100%. There were some studies of a situation where I think 100,000 people were meditating over a weekend and how it
Yes.
actually changed the world. How it
Yes.
changed the world just by setting out that conscious thought of by 100,000 people of bringing peace to the world, what actually transpired. If I can find it, I will link it. And if I can't find it, I'll try and find it over the next few weeks. It's
Yeah,
amazing the power of the mind. So what you're
absolutely.
finding is on your telephones, on your devices, on your laptops, on your television screens, they're just bang, 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 because they're trying to wear you down. They're trying to get your energy and they're trying to harness your energy and drop you into fear and worry. Not for us to sit in fear and worry, as Joe said, okay? Ask Archangel Raphael to, send that situation the healing that it needs, okay?
Yeah.
Now, on a bigger aspect, okay, this is going to sound a bit out there, but I'm going to put it out there because I think our viewers are ready for it. On a
Yes.
bigger aspect, the people that are in these locations, this is what they signed up to do.
Oh,
Okay,
I've got
this
that
is
on my
where they
notes.
signed up to be. So they
Yes.
needed to, for some reason, their souls needed to have this experience. Now, Joe, you and I might have had this experience 100 years
Yeah.
ago, 1,000 years ago. Who knows? I've had my head chopped off. I've been burnt at the stake. I've been all of the horrific things that you could ever think of. I know I've had it happen to me.
Yeah.
So yes, it's not nice. Ticket.
No.
Yep, not nice. But we can't lower our vibrations and sit in worry and fear because if we do that, what's going to happen is the negativity will escalate.
Mm.
Nothing, there's no solution that comes from that. All we need to do is keep our vibrations high, sending everybody concerned in that love, sending them their best wishes, protect them. Okay, speak to, as you said, speak to the archangel, speak to your spirit guide, speak to whoever you connect with, God, Buddha, Allah, Muhammad, whoever.
Mm.
Protect these people in this situation so that we can have the quickest resolution possible because that's what we really want. We want to heal this part and then, calm it right down.
Lots of people are talking about this year, all the evil, it's like a house of cards, they will all crumble. And I truly believe that that will happen with the divine heavens are sorting that all out. So we don't really have to worry, but by sending prayers and even asking Archangel Michael just to clear away all the negative evil and whatnot in particular situations, then that will happen, and the evil will be more shown transparent. Like back in the day before, you could people could easily hide their motivation before around things. Where now I think they will show up. The guides will make sure that they are shown for their intentions, whether it was if it was terrible, or evil. So
This
I
you're
just,
right.
yeah. Mm.
There's so
So
much
yes,
transparency coming, Joe. That's what you're
yes,
alluding to. There's so much
yes,
transparency, so that if
very
you'll
much.
see people's intentions. So
Hmm.
all we want you to do in these crazy, crazy times
Yeah,
is send love. So, I had friends in Dubai. I sent them messages. Are you okay?
yeah,
I'm not dropping anything. I'm not taking sides with
okay,
anyone. Are you okay? Good. I'm sending you love and protection so that you're okay. That's it.
yes,
It's done, but it's dealt with. See, I didn't invest too much time and energy. I love these people, don't get me wrong. But that
mm,
was enough for me just to say, I'm thinking of you. I'm sending you love and protection. That's it. I don't have to worry for you because if you worry for them, you're creating problems for them. Okay. You don't
yes,
want the roadblocks. So, in these times of crises, if it's too much for you and you don't want to, I'm on social media, guys. But sometimes when it's too much for me, I actually just delete the app. Instead of deleting my account, I'll just delete the app. So
hmm,
then if I want to come back to it when the world's calmer, I'll just put the app back on and it'll just log me in or I'll just log in again. So my my
yes,
my account might stay dormant. So if you feel like you're becoming overwhelmed
yes,
with what you're seeing on your phones, just start deleting the apps. Don't delete your accounts if you don't want to delete your accounts, but if you do, knock yourself out. But if you're
mm,
on Twitter or if you're on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok and it's too much, delete your accounts. Give
yes,
yourself a bit of a reset. Give yourself a bit of time off because you'll go to your phone and you'll think, oh, it's not there. I'll put the
mm,
phone down. That allows you to do other things. And when you're doing other things, your attention is not on the negativity. So if you can put your phone down, go and read a book, it could be a
yes,
self-help book. It could be just a fictional book so that you're using your imagination. You're going off into fantasy world. You're keeping your vibration high. So you're not
yes,
being distracted and your energy is not being siphoned into worry or fear so that you can actually just get on with it. So these are little tips and tricks to keep you high. Send love to the situation, but then if it's too much, start deleting your apps or do what Jo
yeah,
does with her phone. Limits herself to certain amounts of time that you
mm,
can do. Now, if you can't, um, if you're not good with that, if you can't be strict about time, I was at Aldi a few weeks ago. They had lock boxes. Have you seen those, Joe?
oh, yes,
It's a plastic container with a lock on the top. Put your phone in the lockbox and say 2 hours, and you can't
yes,
open it for 2 hours. So if somebody's going to call you, it's going to be can't call you back for 2 hours. Does that make sense? You might
yes,
want to leave a little message. I'm taking some time out from my phone. I'll call you this afternoon. Okay.
mm,
But it's a little solution to get you off the device so that it's not draining you of energy. Okay. These are
yes,
little things that you can do.
yeah. And I think on some levels, the darkness does want everyone to be occupied with everyone else's lives. Because when you're on Facebook, you're looking at everyone else's lives. And when you're doing that, you're actually not progressing much in your own life because you're looking at everyone
Stagnant.
else's life.
You're stagnant. You're not
Yes.
moving. You're not doing anything. And what that
Mm,
does, Joe, you're so right. You're looking at everybody else and you're going to then compare yourself to that person.
yes.
That's what they want you to do. And then you're going to think, well, they got a new car. I need to go and get a new car. That puts you in
Yeah.
stress, worry, blah, blah, blah. Don't need
Yeah.
it. You only see the good stuff. You only ever see
Yes.
the good stuff. Okay?
I
You don't see people sitting in the corner crying when their world's
no.
collapsing, do you? No.
No.
And that's how you should be using Facebook. So I know in some of my friends, when I see that they've gone quiet on their socials, that's when I reach out to them. What's
Yes.
going on?
Yeah.
Okay?
Good.
Use it
Go you.
differently. Use it
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah. So I think it's just all about, you know, whenever you pick up something or go onto an app and it makes you feel inadequate, crap, not good enough, envious, all those stuff, it's of no use to you to we didn't come to earth to sit in that shitty vibration. We came to earth to feel wind in our face and smell flowers and laugh with people
Look at
and
the rainbows and the
yes,
sunsets and all of the joys and the wonders that this planet
yes,
offers us. Just go and sit on the riverbank, watch the
yeah,
water trickling down, watch the little flies flying around and just watch nature as it just exists in peace and harmony. That's what you've got to
yes,
do because this is just taking your life away from you. You're losing time. Time is precious on this planet. So,
yes.
use it wisely.
Yes. And I think let the universe show you signs. Like I had a client, her mother died very tragically. And outside my window, I've got these beautiful trees. And I'm pretty aware of what birds sit in my trees. Like, I've got a standard fair few trees. But anyway, I'm not a bird person, but this bird with a yellow chest sat in the tree. And I said to the lady, you know what? That bird never comes to my window. And I said, that's a sign from your mum that you need to not be, you're getting this all wrong. She doesn't care how she dies once she hit heaven, but you're stuck in that, and you're forgetting all the good times that you had with your mama, and she won't care about that in the heavens.
Correct.
Anyway, and then her mum at the end channeled through, and what words she said for me to say to her, only her mum used. They weren't my dialogue words. And she's like, oh, you're right. And then she's messaged me through Facebook. She goes, you have no idea how uplifted I've been because it started with the bird outside. But it's like it's sad when someone dies. It's so sad. But in heaven, they want you to remember the good times, not the the tragedy of how she died. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's same with the war.
Completely.
The Yeah.
Completely. It's about the experience on the planet
Yes.
and the joy and the love and the memories that you're creating. So if somebody dies tragically, okay, that's how they chose to leave the planet. And sometimes that can be quick and swift because they
Mm.
don't want to have an experience that might be prolonged and suffering. And that's worse for the family.
Yes.
So they might choose quick and swift. That's quick and swift. Think of it like this.
Yes.
They completed it on a high, they're out, they're done. Great.
Yes.
That's what they wanted. Now, what they want you to remember is the positives. Yes, as a human being, we'll have grief, but you need to move past the grief and take what you need time wise for grief, but then you start remembering the happy times because this
Mm.
is just the experience. This isn't everything. The
Mm.
soul goes back to home. So this isn't
Yeah.
home. This is something different. So, every experience, it's about joy, love, connection, all of those things. That's what's so important. So socials are good to connect you with people. They're not so good if you're using it as a comparison as to where you're at and where they're at. That's not good. If you use your socials to connect with people and just message them every now and then, that's great. But use that message to say, hey, let's catch up in the person. Let's catch up in the physical. You and I can come together. Okay. Don't look at your socials. Don't look at your stuff for what's happening in the world because you just don't know what the source of that information is. And then you've got to
No.
stop and think, can I trust it? So that's where
Yes.
you've got to be discerning about what it is you do. So that's why I say to people, take a break. Take a break
Yeah.
from your socials. Just delete your apps. Don't delete your accounts. Just delete your apps and just say, I'm coming off it for a week just to reset me, or I'm going to come off for a month just to reset me. And you'll be surprised that when you come back to it, you look at it differently because you are going to
Yes.
feel recharged and you're more centered in your mind and in your body that I'm clear.
Mm.
I'm not being bogged down by
Mm-hmm.
because it's an overwhelm. This is superfluous information that I don't really need to know. But we sit
No.
on it and it's like, oh, such and such is doing this. Oh, such and such is on a holiday. Or such and such is here. And
Mm.
ultimately, who cares?
Yes.
Great for
It
that person
does.
because they're actually going out to make their memories. They're going out to have these experiences. But if you're
Yeah.
stuck on that, it's like, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the other. Really, who cares? You need to get a life. You
Yes.
need to go and
Yeah.
have these exchanges and experiences with people. Start
Yeah.
connecting. Bring the love out. Show people that you care about them by, can we catch up for a coffee? Can we catch
Yes.
up for a bite to eat? Or do you want to go to the movies?
Yes. Elliot and I are trying to catch up with friends every week to go out. And it doesn't have to be dinner, it could be a walk or whatever. But we were so caught up, and rightly so, we needed to be to help Lexi achieve her basketball goals. But we were so caught up in basketball and we are still with Eli, but not as much now that Lexi's in uni. So we have a bit of time and we've kind of got out of whack about socializing. So it's just like we've got to consciously get back in the groove about. And today we had a beautiful lunch with our friends, and they're moving, but it was just so nice. And I was like, oh, I'm on track. I'm not, you can get too much focused on, I've got to get this done, the gardening needs doing, I've got to mow the lawn, all that stuff where I kind of go, hang on a minute, I didn't come to Earth to just do that crap.
Dust and vacuum and wash bathrooms and toilets all the time. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm like you, Joe. Sean and
yeah,
I like to connect and we like to go out for dinners. We're the same. We'll try and, have a different group of friends every week so that we're sharing a love. And it's
yeah,
so nice that I met some lovely ladies in 2001. So it was May 2001. I did a cruise in Europe and I kept in touch with one of the beautiful ladies.
Yeah.
And for the very first time, there were four of them. One sadly passed away. Three of them are coming to Australia. So she messaged me last September and said, I'm coming to Australia. Are you available on this day? It's like, you bet your sweet cheeks I'm available on the day. Crossed out all of my diary. So there is no chance of me working on the 17th of March because it's really important for me to spend this time with these people. They're taking their
Yes.
time to come to our country because they wanted to. But for
Yes.
them to say to me, Charles, we're coming to connect with you, how powerful is that? And that
So
for
good.
me is a priority in this lifetime. If somebody's going to reach out to me and say, I'm coming from another country and I want to spend an evening with you, lock it in, let's go. That's a priority for me. Okay.
Yes.
Whereas if somebody says to me, I need you to work 12 hours that day, it's like, yeah, no, not doing it because this person's coming and I value that more than the 12-hour paycheck.
Yes.
It's about priorities. So, when you get stuff like that, it's priceless. It really is priceless. And I remember once I met this woman in 2001, and then I went and did a cruise in 2005 from New York to London, and she flew from Detroit to New York to catch up with me for the morning.
Wow.
Do you know
That's
what I
so
mean?
sweet.
So that's the power of connection. And we don't message each other often. Like I might message her two or three times a year, checking in with you, how you going, what's happening in your world, where are you going, what's news. That's the power of social media because I can connect with these people. But it's not the power of social media to make me feel heavy, dense, um, fearful. Nah, draw the line.
Yeah.
So that's where you've got to be really limiting about what you'll take from it and how you use it. So I use it to connect. Once I'm connected with you, let's go. And I trust me, I found pen pals that I had in primary
Uh-huh.
school, and I sent them a message on Facebook, Joe, and she goes, "How do I know it's you?" And I had the letter, so I scanned the letter and sent it to her. It's
Uh,
like, "Remember this letter?" And she goes, "Oh my God, it is you." That's the power of social media. If you use it in that aspect, life will be really good for you. If you
yes.
use it to listen to it and take your advice from it, turn it off.
Mm. I like looking at all the charity farms that look after animals.
Yep,
So, you know, um, oh, I love all those ones. And then there's like this little duck that I follow, and its name's Marshmallow. And then there's a goat called Noah, and he's always naughty. And so
love it.
I've I've probably got like 5 or 10 pages that I go and look at every day to look at all the animals, and
Yep,
that creates lots of joy,
yes,
but I don't yeah, it's only for that, and then I'll hop off it. But
yeah,
it's just like when you do feel worried about the world, it's just either ask Archangel Michael to clear away the negative energy, for better people to step in to lead those countries,
that's
and
good.
it's just so you're just helping Archangel ground his energy into help, or asking Archangel Raphael to send healing energy to mums and children and anyone that needs it in a war-torn area. Um, it's even Mother Mary stepping in and helping the children, placing beautiful healing energy around them. So I often just do that so I don't worry. I just place energy of help there to help the archangels ground in their energy. And like you said, I do believe that sometimes, most of us have had 200 lives here already, and we always want to experience something different. So, you know, going back to the pandemic, there's a pandemic, it only happens every 100 years roughly. And so, even though it wasn't special, but on some levels, our soul would have thought that that's a privilege to experience what that looked like. And some
Indeed.
souls, you know, maybe a little boy experienced this war. So next lifetime, he's going to become the most amazing doctor. And he won't understand why, but his soul will know why he wants to be, because he wants to help people because of his despair that he had possibly in this lifetime. So we don't really know what the big divine plan is for each soul. And quite frankly, it's not our business to know other people. But I kind of never engage in, oh, poor them. I send them love and light and hope with the archangels, but I don't engage in the sadness of it because I don't know what they wished to experience here on earth.
Correct. And don't take sides. Don't take
No.
sides because there's two sides to every story. And sometimes on the media networks and the social medias, they'll only show you one side. So they're not going to show you a
Yes.
balanced side. So the key is, and I think you've hit the nail on the head, Joe, send the situation love, Send them
mm,
protection through Archangel Michael and healing through Raphael. Send them love. Don't take sides. Don't get involved. And then that way you can step back and conserve your energy. By conserving your energy and keeping your vibration high, we're going to lift the consciousness of the planet. Whereas if you watch
yes,
the news and you do all of that, it's just going to drop because they're just going to
yes,
propagate heaviness, 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 and that keeps you in a worried fear. And then, Joe, so many people suffer with anxiety and depression,
mm,
but that's because they watch the news. That's because they take on everything that's going on around the world and they're taking it on board. And it's
yes,
like, but it's not for you to have. It's not your experience to have. That's somebody else's experience. Allow them
yeah,
that experience. So all we do, sit in our power.
mm,
Send it love. Send it, just, close your eyes if you want to take a few deep breaths and just say, I'm sending love to that part of the world that needs the love at the most, at this time. It's done. Protect the people that need protecting. As you said, Joe, bring in Archangel Michael to bring a change of government that might be more beneficial for the people, and bring in Raphael that might help the healing commence for these people. And that's it. That's done.
mm, mm. If we all raised our vibration of not sitting in worry and who's wrong and taking sides and whatever, we wouldn't be in these situations in future because we would
Correct.
all be hang on, if we had our heart full of love for every situation, how can we make this situation the best for us all, not just
Correct.
benefiting for this government or this. And I
Yes, this
truly
group
believe
of
that,
people.
yes. And I
It's got to be
think
for
that the
everybody.
generation, yeah, that are coming through are going to be more like that, more love-centered, you know, just by
Definitely.
little things that I see, and this is no reflection on war, but, all the alcohol companies are really worried because the new generations coming through aren't drinking. They're drinking like a
Correct.
quarter
No
of what,
alcohol. It's all that
yeah,
zero alcohol now because they don't want it. They understand what it does to their bodies. And there's
yes,
just like, there's got to be a better way. Not doing it. Joe, you and I must have been the trailblazers with that because I've never drunk. And
no,
I know
not
you
often.
don't drink either. And it's just like,
Yeah,
so we've been ahead of the pack because others
yes,
use it to dull it down. It's like, no, we're not dulling any of our experiences down. We're going to sit in them, heal them, move beyond them. And that's what we've done. So,
yeah,
you're right. The new generation is about change, and it's about,
yes,
we're not just going to believe everything we're told, we're going to question everything. And I
yes,
like that. And I think, even though sometimes you think the millennials are, oh my God, they're crazy, they're so selfish, the intention behind that is, I need to know better. I need to understand this on a bigger level. So that's what they're doing. So just allow
yeah.
them to be themselves.
Absolutely. And there's other thing where they want lifestyle over dollars.
Yeah.
So, they don't want to work 5-day week. They
But
want to have 3 days off.
they
And
understand the value of life. That's the difference.
yes,
They're understanding connection. They're understanding what's important. And the programs that we grew up with, you've got to go to school, you've got to go to university, you've got to buy the house, you've got to get married, you've got to have two kids, you work till you're 65, then you retire, then you start traveling. The kids of these days are going, oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
no,
that. I'm not playing that game. I'm going to go and
no,
travel first while I'm young. Let me go and have all of those experiences before I then
yeah,
want to settle down. The kids of these days are so smart. I watch YouTube. I
yes,
don't watch television. I watch YouTube. And there are so many young people getting out to see the world, and they're making their social media accounts pay for that. How
yes.
clever are they? You
So
know?
good.
So it is. The world's changing. We just have to change with it. But we don't have to drop our vibrations, okay? We
No,
don't have to come out of love. We stay in love and we send whatever the situations are, love. I
yeah,
don't watch television, Joe. I watch YouTube. That's the social media I do watch. But what am I
yeah,
watching? I watch this amazing woman. She's in her 80s in America, in the deep south of America, and she's cooking 2 or 3 recipes a week and cooking with Mimi, Meme. She is amazing. She gets the makeup on and she's cooking cakes and all of these amazing recipes. And it's like, at 80, it's like, go you. You're the
yes,
inspiration for me because it's like, I'm 55, but you're doing it at 80 and you're just throwing it out to the universe. This is what I want to project to the world. That's where I get joy. That's where I
yes,
get my happiness. Stuff like that. Seeing people
absolutely.
be the best versions of themselves and
Yes,
presenting that to the world.
yes, yes. So
Right.
excellent. Yes, I
Right.
love it. So,
Have you
yes.
got
Well,
any classes or anything coming up, Joe, or anything like that in the
um,
future?
yeah, I've just got my Reiki class coming on the 28th of March.
Mm-hmm.
So I've still got a few spots if you'd like to do a level one, level two Holy Fire Reiki. Holy
Yep.
Fire Reiki is channeled from the divine creator, so it's much higher vibration, which is why I like it.
Yep.
And then I've got some retreats coming up. I've just got to get all the dates and then I'll send them to you so you can pop them up. But
Yep.
yeah, I'm really excited about this year. You know, myself and you are also talking about possibly doing some little workshops and
Yes.
things together. So that's exciting
Yes.
for our viewers.
It's all happening, guys. So stay tuned. And, every Thursday we'll pop out a new video. So just subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So that way you get the notifications. And don't forget to click the bell so that you get notified when we upload the videos. And like and share them if you like them. I mean, we're just trying to build a community of like-minded people that want to have the best experience on this planet. Not a heavy experience, not a woe is me experience. We want to be able to uplift people by helping them join our discussions. Okay?
Yes.
And be a part of something. Be a part of
Yeah.
something that we can sort of change the world with.
And do you have anything coming up, Charles?
On the 7th of April, it's a Tuesday, I'm starting You Are Clairvoyant, limiting to 4 participants. Okay. So I'm doing it on the first week. It's going to be 4 weeks, Tuesdays and Thursdays, every week from 7 till 9, just to teach people about, energy and using their intuition and reigniting their intuition so that if they don't have it, they can trust it and build it stronger. So I'm doing that on the 7th of April. And there's going to be another workshop going on at Restoring Wellness in Reservoir. Is going to be a bit of a past life hypnosis and a Shavasana yoga session.
Oh,
So
nice.
watch this date or watch this space for that because tickets will go on sale for that soon and I will let you know. But that's going to be a 90-minute, 2 hour session where you're having the yoga experience, where you're going to get nice and calm. And then we're going to take you on a journey to see the past, to see the future, to meet your spirit guides, all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, I love it.
Love it too. All right, guys. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching us
Thank
this
you.
week. Joe, thank you so much for your wisdom. We love it. We love you. And I look
Yep, we
forward
love
to
you
seeing
too,
everybody
Jules.
next week.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.